Hey y'all, are y'all ready to make some jambalaya? Because baby, I'm sure enough ready to eat it. Today we are going to make a chicken, sausage, and shrimp jambalaya that is sure going to impress your family, and it is so easy to make. Jambalaya originated in Louisiana, and it's really a fusion of a lot of different cultures' cuisine from the Spanish, the French, and African. You can kind of think paella meets jollof rice with some strong influences from ingredients that can be cultivated or caught in Louisiana. So the Trinity, as you see, I've chopped the celery, the peppers, and the onions. Those can be grown in Louisiana's warm climate, and it can include a plethora of meats. Y'all, as I say, Cajuns and Creoles, they will jambalaya, gumbo, smother anything. So it could have alligator, rabbit, chicken, sausage, all types of stuff. Once I have prepped my veggies, I am going to mix together my own salt-free Cajun blend. This keeps you from having to buy your own. And yes, we are going to use all of this seasoning in this dish. I'm adding some paprika, some cayenne pepper, dried basil, white pepper, but black pepper is fine, smoked paprika, a mixed herb, as well as garlic powder and onion powder. I'm going to mix this together. Now, this is going to look like a lot, but remember, it don't have no salt, okay? Then I'm going to cut up some smoked sausage. I love to use Cajun andouille sausage. However, I just didn't get it in the store that day. And then I am going to use some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I love chicken thighs for this dish because they are juicy. But you can use chicken breasts if you want to. I'm going to cut this chicken into about 1.5-inch cube pieces and then place them in my bowl. I am going to go ahead and season the chicken. All right, you want to make sure that meat has a good flavor. So I'm going to add some olive oil, and then I'm going to put a few tablespoons of this salt-free Cajun blend, as well as some Creole seasoning. Now this is based in salt. Then I'm going to add some chicken bouillon. I just love bouillon on my chicken or any other meats that I'm doing. And I'm going to mix this together and set this to the side and warm up my skillet. Now, I rocks with the Piggly Wiggly. So I'm adding in 2 slices of bacon. I'm going to render that fat. If you don't do pork, you can use butter as well as turkey sausage. I'm then going to brown my sausage. This is going to take about 3 to 4 minutes. I love to do this because this is going to add another layer of flavor. So don't do like some folks and just throw it in the pot without browning it. Once it's ready, use your spoon to take the sausage out, but try to leave as much of the oil as you can because you want to have that oil in there to brown up that chicken. When you put your meat into the pan, you want to hear that sizzle. That sizzle lets you know that you're going to get a good crust on your meat. And don't start moving it around too soon. I'm going to put my chicken in here, but I'm just going to let it sit for about 3 minutes. And then I am going to start tossing it. That's really the key to getting a nice brown color on your meat. I'm going to cook my chicken in total for about 5 minutes. If it's slightly undercooked, doesn't matter because it's going to cook again with the rice. Now I'm adding in that Trinity. Now I added a jalapeno to this because I wanted a little bit of a kick. But if you don't like things spicy, you can leave out the jalapeno. Add in some Creole seasoning. That salt is going to help sweat the vegetables. And then I'm putting in a tomato. I'm going to let this cook with the tomato paste for about 4 minutes. I like to fry the tomato paste for quite a bit because it gets out any acidic flavor that it might have. Then you want to add in your garlic and all of the rest of that salt-free Cajun seasoning and toast this for about 2 minutes, stirring continuously. Now from this point, we are just adding everything back to the skillet. I'm putting that sausage in, that chicken with the juice. Okay, very important. And then some chicken broth that I just made from some low sodium, better than bouillon. Since I am cooking 2 cups of rice, I am putting in 4 cups of water. I like my jambalaya to be rather on the dry side, so I double the water to my rice proportion. But if you like your jambalaya a little bit more wet, you can add in about 1/4 to maybe a 1/2 cup more water, or you can put in about 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. Once I add in my rice, I'm going to mix this in and cover this and cook this on low for 15 minutes. Now, I know y'all heard me say I was going to put shrimp in this. You do not want to add your shrimp in yet because you will overcook that shrimp and get some rubber band shrimp. Okay, so after 15 minutes, I'm going to mix this rice and then I am going to put in my raw shrimp. Shrimp don't take no time to cook, honey. So once you put them in, you can just cover this and let this cook for about 5 more minutes on low, and they will cook all the way and start to absorb the flavors of that jambalaya. To me, even though jambalaya is really a one-pot meal, I do like to add something a little green on the side. So for me, I would pair this meal with some green beans. Let me know in the comments if you would add anything else to this meal, or are you good just as it is? Now my jambalaya is ready and I'm going to garnish this with some green onions, and it's also going to add some freshness to this dish. And y'all, you will have a delicious jambalaya. Let me know if you're going to try this. You know I love you and Jesus loves you, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.